day.
Yeah, you too.
You too. Good morning. Today brings us to the neighbourhoods of North Point Douglas and South Point Douglas. And this is the walk I did around them. Now, I didn't do the main street portion of the Point Douglases because that was adjacent to where I got accosted, and I was a little bit nervous about doing that little bit. Really don't want to do that again, so I skipped it. And I was on high alert, I must admit, while walking around the Point Douglases. I was like, you know what, I really don't want to have to come back here. But somebody left a comment. Ronald George Moore said, North Point Douglas wants to buy you a drink. And when somebody wants to buy me a drink, how can I resist? So here I am right now in South Point Douglas. I'm going to make my way over the Disraeli Bridge to North Point Douglas, and I'm going to see who wants to buy me a pint. I've even bought them a gift. Well, you might think it's a little bit foolhardy going to some random stranger's address close to the north end. Well, we'll see. What I'm actually going to do, which was a beautiful surprise, me and this bloke have been chatting, and he runs a podcast. So I have done a little bit of research. I have figured out who he is and what he does, but he wants to know what goes on with the Mini Schism YouTube channel. So again, offering me a beer. What else can I do?
Well, that also explains the map you have that you've been filling out with each neighborhood you walk.
That's right.
You you'll go to like a local establishment, oh, by the way, you have beer here. I brought you, I got a beer.
I've been looking at that.
Yeah, so please help yourself. Or, I have one Great City Brewing Company Blonde Ale, or a generic Little Brown Jug generic.
I'm a big LBJ fan.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed that.
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, that was an absolute blast. Thank you, Ronald George Moore of the Manitoba Money Shot podcast. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Thanks for the beer. I will put a link to that podcast in the description so you can hear me pretending to be interested. All right, well, there are actually no bars in either of the Point Douglases, but there's one that is pretty near as I head back towards downtown here, so let's go meet up there. Cheers, we made it. Not bad actually, that. Well, a couple of nice beers there from Nonsuch. I think I preferred the Irish Red over the Prairie Common. But that's it. Gonna head for my bus back home now. So thank you, Point Douglas, both north and south. And thank you, Manitoba Money Shot podcast for accommodating me for 45 minutes there. Absolutely brilliant. So thank you to all that for your hospitality.